Hello everyone and welcome to Craftworks. So, I don't know, I can't see if anybody has joined me. I did have a few people waiting and I expected the technology to come on live straight away and it didn't, but never mind, we're here now. So today's card is a bay window card I'm making. So, I'm going to pop that here just for a second so that you can take a screenshot of that. And this is what it looks like. So it stands up like this. We write our message in here. It folds completely flat for the envelope. So I'm actually going to show you how to cut two, because with Christmas just round the corner, well, not really, but we use a lot of Christmas cards. So to save a lot of time, this is how I do it. I always make quite a few in advance. I'm just going to have a quick look at my telephone just to see. Oh, I'm definitely live. Perfect. Okay, let's move some pieces out of the way. Here's another one I made. And I just popped up the designer series paper on this one. So I'm going to start with my card base. So I'm using thick white and I'm going to cut this at 11 1/4. Get rid of that piece. I'm now going to score, so I will get two bases and I'll only need to score once. So I don't need that arm out. I'm going to put this in at 1/2 inch, 2 inches, 3 1/2, 5, and 5 1/2. I'm now going to turn this way, so my scores are all here, and I'm going to cut at 4 inches, and again at 4 inches. So this piece becomes scrap, and we have 2 card blanks. Next up is my pattern paper. So this is measuring 6 inches wide. I'm going to cut this at 3 3/4 by 5. And now I'm going to cut this down with the 3, so this is 3/4 inch. I'm going to turn it to the 5 inch side and cut 4 strips at 1 1/4. 1 1/4 and 1 1/4. So that's my 4 strips of paper there. And I think what I'll do is I'll just make one card at a time. So now I'm looking at what scraps I have of Poppy Parade. Now what do you measure? Oh, that's 3 3/4, and I want 2 1/4 inch strips, but this has got score in it, so I'm going to take that out and pop that in my bin. So 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. Move that to one side. I'm now going to cut my pieces in Poppy Parade. So for my inside layer, I need 3.5 by 3 3/4, and that's for my inside piece. For my front piece, I need a piece that is 2 1/4. I'll get another piece of scrap. I'm just looking. 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I'll cut this at 3 1/4 by 2 1/4, and that's going to be for my decorative piece at the front. Now I need a piece of white cardstock. Measuring 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. And that goes on the inside of our card when we're ready. And then my decorative piece is 2 inches by 3. Like so. So, going to move all my little scrappy pieces. Oh, no, they're not scrap. Out of the way and bring in one card blank. So, all I need to do now is get my bone folder, and I'm going to fold them all going the same way at the moment. So this is new designer series paper that is coming out in September. It's very pretty, and I'm using a brand new stamp set which is also due in September called Home for Christmas. So this one we're folding back because we're actually going to glue this piece down. You can use liner tape if you find it easier. I'm going to use Tombow. And just sit this down here. Like so. Oops, did a bit too much there. And just give that a bit of a press down. Uh-oh, gluey mark, but it doesn't matter. We're going to cover that. So I need my little pieces here. Now, to me, I don't know that is straight. Doesn't look... Oh, no, it's okay. I think it's okay. I'm going to cut another piece because I think that is slightly wider at the top. That's not it. So I need a 1/4 piece. And just put that there. Get rid of that piece. And a 1/4 piece is there. And that is 3 3/4. That looks more like it. And just pop this piece down here. Like so. So that's that one down. Mix up my panels. And then this one is going here. Probably move that up just a touch. And another. And then my little strip again down that edge. That's that piece there. And next up is to put this strip there like so. I'm looking just to get a nice border around that top edge. Next up is to put our writing panel in, and then we'll decorate. Move that ever so slightly. And sit that in there. Like that. Oops, sorry. Now I'm going to decorate this panel that is going to sit on the front, and I have die cut a little one of these sweeties, and I'm going to stamp in there in Poppy Parade. I just need a tiny bit. So these are the stamps, and I'm going to be using the gingerbread man and this one here. So I'm going to get those out. So this is a real sneak peek of what's coming. The dies for this set are really cool. So we've got a pocket, we have a tag, and then we've got the little rings for the tags. Have I got one made? Let me have a quick look. So the little rings, quite like that. The trees, the hollies, I did make this one with the holly. So that's really nice. And this piece doesn't cut this edge, so I think this is mainly for scrapbooking. So I'm going to move that to one side. I'm going to get my stamp, and I think I'll go Poppy Parade first. And pop that there. So that's really pretty. my sentiment is not from this set. You will have noticed that the sentiments are really large. So I'm using a retired stamp that says Sending Christmas Cheer. Now that stamp is from Trimming the Tree. It's quite an old one, I think. So I'm popping that there. I'm going to move that to one side just for a second. I'm going to close this down. And then get my gingerbread man and a piece of scrap white and crumb cake. And now the dies. Cut out my little gingerbread man. So bear with me, I will be back with him all cut out. And I am going to pop him up on dimensionals. So I'm going to glue this down first. Pop that there. I've only got mini dimensionals to hand. Oh, hang on, I've got a scrappy piece here. Let's use the edges first. A few minis. On the hands and the feet. That's him down. And now I need dimensionals for this. This is what's going to hold our card up. So I'm just going to position that in the middle there. I'm going to stick this down first. So I literally am just putting a tiny bit of glue in the middle of this and stick it to the front of the card. So line that up. Pop that down there. So I kind of want it to sit round about there. So I'm making sure it's nice and straight. And I'm just putting this down like that. So that's going to stop it from going too far under. And that there is our finished card. I think it needs a little bit of bling, so let's get our gems out. I'm using the basic rhinestones, just the little ones. And I'm going to dot one there, one there, and one up here. So let's get things out of the way. So we have this one here. We have this one. And where did I put my original? And the original one is here. So I hope you enjoyed this quick and easy tutorial. Get your Christmas cards started. And I will see you again next week. See you soon. Bye-bye.